Woo! Crest.
What's up, everyone?
What's up, everyone?
I've never done an intro to this.
Do
I've
it.
always let you do it.
You do it.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's your thing.
Episode,
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Seriously, you go ahead.
Episode 5, the Nick Colletti Show with your co-host, Nate Bernardi,
What's up?
the smartest guy I know. Coolest guy I know, too. What's posting?
Nothing, dude.
What's laid?
Nothing at all.
Really?
Yeah, what about with you? Other than talking to your parents, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, not a whole lot. I had a doctor's appointment today.
Dude, like a checkup?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Like as an adult male.
I'm very curious because I've been to an adult male checkup once
Mm-hmm.
when I was like 23, and it was like,
Yeah, I think there was this weird moment where we kind of like made eye contact, and I think he was going to check my balls,
and he was like,
and he just was like, that didn't happen. Thank God. Well, he's like 29 and I'm 28.
oh, wow.
So it's like a peer.
And he's a PCP,
looking
like
at
a
your
primary
dick.
care physician.
Yeah. So he did my pulse. I was there for my medication, like my take fucking depressants because I'm whatever. And I just needed to get a refill for that.
He was like, well, I mean, how long's it been since you had a...
Yeah, so I basically told him, I was like, I don't smoke weed anymore. I don't drink anymore. I feel like the medicine's working because I'm not doing those things anymore. Which, by the way, he just goes, uh-huh. Like, I think everyone who quits that stuff thinks everyone's going to be like...
Good. Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
like jumping over joy. But...
It's more of a personal thing.
Yeah, and he's just like, okay, yeah, like, you shouldn't be doing that anyway, so why would I...
He was like, why did you mention that? we didn't have it documented anywhere that you did those things.
Yeah. But I was like, I was drinking really heavily. I was smoking weed like fucking whiz. And now I don't do that. So everything's fine. It was really just like, he didn't really have to. I did most of the talking, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was the moment where he was like, okay, I need you to lay down for your checkup. And he felt around my stomach and like, that was it. And then he actually changed it from like a med check to just a physical, which I don't know if that has it, but I don't know. There was this awkward moment where I was like, dude, please, we don't have to do the ball thing today. They're good.
I don't feel any weirdness.
I'm cool on my nuts being touched.
Yeah.
By a 29-year-old, a dude a year older than me.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't have anything to add.
It was like, hands off the nuts. Keep your hands off the nuts, my man.
You know what I'm going to try not to do? I know you have to do this when you're like doing something long form like this, but I'm going to stop just adding a nothing onto things.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
I love when you do that.
I'm just
That's
like,
how we get further and further and further.
I was going to be like, yeah, I feel like checkups isn't, and I was like, who fucking shut the fuck up? Who cares? All right, next topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, checkups as an adult are weird because
Yeah.
there isn't that. You're not a kid anymore. There isn't like this sense
Your
of like,
parents
I
aren't
have to do
discussing
this.
your health
Right,
and like
exactly.
making sure that you're getting proper
It almost
care.
felt like it was like an old friend that I was just like, yeah, everything's good, man. He was like, so you still doing comedy? I was like, kind of here and there. He was like, whoa. I was like, yeah.
Did he recognize you?
I don't know if he would say that if he did. But
Yeah,
maybe.
What if Tom Cruise came into your primary care practice?
I'd be like, okay, let's do the exam.
take out that penis.
Take my penis out, Tom.
Let's take out that penis.
Let me see your penis.
What if your doctor said, all right, I'm going to need you to pull your pants down and take out your penis
And fucking get a boner.
and get a boner?
And then I'm going to grab it really fucking hard.
Here is a question. How do they diagnose erectile dysfunction? Is that the one medical thing where they just take your word for it?
That's funny. Probably.
You're like, look, pull up, go to Pornhub.
Go to Pornhub right now.
See? Nothing.
See?
Type in my fetish. Type in leaking fluids. Type in...
That has to be, I mean, God forbid, I hope that never happens to me, but like, as a man, like, your one job is to get a fucking boner, dude.
Well, right. It's kind of funny, though. It's like, if you go in with depression, or claiming that, they're going to be like, well, you know, it would help if there's like some documented history of this in the past or blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, they're going to want to get to the root of it and have a session with you. I feel like if you're like, my dick doesn't work anymore, they're like, yeah, okay. Why would you lie about that?
Right.
Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the pill.
Here's the Viagra you requested.
Here's the whatever you really need. I guess that's why, because there's no like prescriptive something.
I wonder how much of it is mental and how much of it actually is like
you can't get it up anymore.
Yeah.
Geez, I don't know.
Like, do you really think that you can't get it up, or is it like
I've definitely
a mental game?
I've been depressed before in the past where like I had like a 6-month skid where just like no rope snapping, no sex, no, just like sex drive at 0. Just like, I don't know.
See, when I get depressed, my sex drive increases because I'm like, this feels good. But then you just sink back into the depression even harder.
Yeah. No rope snapping.
And you end up snapping into your face.
Yeah, I don't know.
Friendly fire will not be tolerated.
Yeah. Dude, want me to tell you what my plans were after this?
Yeah.
As you asked.
Yeah.
I am going to a card store that opens in Washington, or that opened in Washington. It opens at 1, which is why, you know, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm going to the card store and I'm just getting rid of any of the cards that like,
oh my God,
I know have value, but don't have a lot of value. Like they're maybe not even over $20, but they're not worth nothing. But let's be honest, listing that onto eBay for $10 just really isn't worth the fucking effort.
Yeah.
It just isn't. It's $10. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, a card store might give you $3 for that card, and that's fine, in my opinion.
I need the $3.
I don't even need it. Like, okay, so like, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm not doing it from a place of I need it. I'm doing it from a place of I was leaving the house. I got out of the shower. I saw the binder sitting there and was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going in and selling my binder. I'm going in.
How much do you think? You would get a lot for that binder.
God, no. Like, I think a card store would probably give me like $350 for it.
No, dude, way more. I'm
No
telling
way.
you.
No way.
Yeah, huh? You have some good cards in there.
There are some.
Cho up at the thing where we go, he is actually very fair with his pricing, and he would give you a lot for that.
Really?
Because you have all those rainbow cards. I went in there the other day with like just 3 cards that I knew were like, whatever. But he gave me $45 for them.
Yeah.
And I was like expecting to get like $10.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's interesting. I was watching card market analysis videos again because I'm one of those people where like, even if I'm not actively in the hobby, I'll research it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm always like researching Pokemon card prices.
Funko Pop prices.
Yeah, I'm always researching Funko Pops. And now, there's a bunch of weird things going on in the card market right now for anyone who cares. One is Japanese cards are going up in price like crazy because people are realizing that like,
those are the first ones.
Those are the first ones. And what's the difference? You're not reading the text on the card.
No.
And a lot of the card art is way cooler.
The Japanese cards are sick.
Yeah. And it's like, those are the real ones. Sorry. They are.
Yeah.
It started there. Those are the real ones.
That's true.
You know?
We are the knockoff.
Like literally, like, I don't know. So Japanese prices you're seeing go up a ton, like Japanese vintage. And then you're also seeing weird like Sword and Shield card sets gaining value. Like, I don't know. Maybe because no one bought them. I don't know. But yeah, and then you're also seeing specifically alt art cards increase in value and regular art forms of the card just hemorrhaging value, like no one wanting them. Like alt art Charizard still has a lot of value. Regular Charizard VMAX is like a $28 card.
Wow.
And alt art might be like $200.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but weird. Anyway, I'm getting rid of a bunch of like bulk pretty much.
That could be a good vlog.
Could be.
Card store mishap.
I go in, walk out with like $80.
What it really looks like when we go to the card store.
Oh God. Like us like really giving the owner a hard time. Oh, come on. No.
That's 10. What are you talking about? Look at the centering.
If you're going to fuck me on the Blastoise, then I'm not going to give you this page. But if you, it's just us like being a dick.
Social engineering the poor fucking card store guy.
Yeah, right. They do that to me.
They totally do.
You know what I mean? Like they totally win. They've won every interaction I've ever had. I look back on one big trade in. I traded in like 40 Skyridge
Really?
Rares. Not hollow rares, but rares. Like 40 Skyridge rares. They're like $5 each at least. You know what I mean? If you
What'd you
want to
get?
just buy them. I also traded in some other old vintage, some of those cards for like $30 each. I think I got like a $200 value trade, which is like relatively correct. But there was like, when I look back, I think a complete fair value of what I traded in would have been like way more than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying at a discounted buying a bulk price.
There's a new card store in Washington?
No, but it's one I've never heard of.
Okay.
And it's because they don't advertise that they sell or buy Pokemon cards. Like all the reviews are just talking about Magic the Gathering. But
Which is awesome.
I just feel like it's very rare for a store to be like, we don't buy a better selling card game. We only buy the niche one. Like that would be weird.
Yeah.
I know Magic's not really niche, like to those who, but
Magic is way bigger than I think we think it is.
It's massive big, but it's like a played game. Like people play Magic.
Right.
A lot of the cards that have value are playable cards that are good.
Yeah.
You know, and same with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the valuable Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards are ones you play and have play.
Flesh and blood.
Like whatever. I don't even know what that is.
Gosh.
But
new card game just
Pokemon's
dropped.
not like that.
No, it's not. It's
at all.
I think it's pure nostalgia.
Is Charizard cool? It's valuable.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
If Charizard is cool, Pokemon is relevant.
Yeah. Charizard will never be cringe.
No, it's awesome. It's a
So.
fucking dragon that spits fire.
Yeah, it's always dope.
Cool. It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's cool.
You know what else Pokemon is cool? Beware.
What's that?
One of those new stupid ass Pokemon.
No way.
It's called Beware.
Like Buzzwole.
It's a bear, yeah.
Buzzwole, which is like the ripped bee.
Mm-hmm. Buzzwole. What's
So
Nate's
bad.
toy chest? I saw you wrote that down.
So Nate's toy chest is, I'm going to be listing a bunch of shit that I have in my collection that I'm not particularly fond of, just for X, Y, or Z reasons that are still cool.
Yeah.
All of my cards that are worth listing because they're valuable, but I also don't particularly want, will be listed on Nate's toy chest on eBay.
That's the account name?
Yeah.
Nate's toy
Amongst other
chest.
things.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And there's no added value to these cards. They're purely, there's nothing added from. It's just if you're, hey,
But they're Nate's.
they were once in my possession.
Yeah.
And who cares about that? But
And Nate knows me and I know Casey Fry, so ipso facto,
they're Casey's cards.
they're Casey's cards.
And matter of fact, look up Casey's toy chest because that's what I'm going to change it into when I go.
That's fucking awesome. Speaking of Casey, Casey will be here next week.
I love mentioning Casey over like 50 plus episodes and just he's never been here.
Okay, so here, speaking on that, I'm going to bully him into being on the podcast.
I'm like, yeah, Nick, I just don't really want to do that.
I think he'll be down.
Nobody really listens to that.
No, he'd be more inclined to do it if he thought that, but I think he would do it. Plus, I'm opening for him. I'll be like, you don't have to pay me for the show. Just be on the podcast and just talk.
I wouldn't say that, but I would say come on the podcast
Yeah.
anyway.
No, but yeah, he has a show here on the 18th. I'm going to do a set before him and hopefully he'll agree to be on the pod. And if none of that happens, at least we'll have the vlog footage of the show.
Yeah,
I want
I'll
to take him
a
to
bunch of footage.
Permanis. I want to give him, I don't know why Permanis is my go-to.
Take Casey to Permanis.
Take anyone. Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I don't know. Permanis is good. Fuck it.
That's good.
It's like you'll never take someone there on a whim and then be like, this sucked. Fuck you. Like, this is ass.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Most
But-
people really like it though, especially if you're high,
True.
which I'm not.
True.
Day 11 of no weed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like full no weed, day 11.
No weed. Yeah.
Damn.
It feels crazy.
Thoughts, feelings, emotions, comments.
Definitely bored as fuck. But I think does that ever go away?
No. There's people who are like, you can watch like sobriety people who are like, is my life fun? No. Like sober life is not fun all the time. But that's kind of the point.
I catch myself though thinking like when I'm at the gym and I'm sitting in the hot tub, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go home and play Zelda and make like a good dinner. Like that sounds fun to me now. Whereas like in the past it would be like, oh, I'm gonna go get wasted and get high as fucking Lil Wayne.
True. Yeah.
But now I can't do that. I mean, I can.
Yeah.
but I'm choosing to not do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely in the stage of the withdraw that it's like I'm not craving it really. I can go a full day without. I'll definitely think about smoking weed, but I'm not like gonna act on any of the thoughts that I have about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just in the boring stage.
Yeah, yeah. And like
slowly my confidence is coming back in myself. Weed fucks with my self-esteem. It makes me
Really?
second guess everything that I do.
I get the opposite.
Really?
I get delusions when I smoke. Like I'll smoke and I'll be like, I'm really attractive and people want to hear what I have to say.
That's true.
And
though.
then I'll like say, I'll do something and then I'll be sober and I'll be like, why did I ever think any of those thoughts? Oh my God, I'm such a cringe loser.
You are attractive and I do care what you have to say.
You think that. No, but you know what I mean? Like weed super spikes my self-confidence and self-worth and gives me like harmful delusions. Sometimes I'm like sometimes I smoke, I'm like, I am going to stream again. Like it's fun. Who cares? And it's like, dude, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like to me.
That's the way I used to be with it. And then at some point it like stopped working like that, which I think alcohol has the same effect. Like when you drink, you can be very confident and stuff, but then there's a tipping point where it stops working.
Yeah. Like weed definitely stops working. Like weed has fully stopped like making me happy. Like there's no like, I'm getting happy when I smoke. It's just like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
It's just like, fuck it.
Not arguing for smoking either. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. It's different for everyone, but I totally relate to where you've been with it because when I was working at the pool company, I quit cold turkey and like, dude, I didn't even like want to smoke even for a second. I was like, fuck that.
Just because it was so abundant?
It was just, yeah, it was so abundant and it stopped working. And I was also at a point where it's like, I was never getting high from it. It was more so just like, I felt sick, like stomach wise, if I didn't smoke, but I didn't get high when I did. So it was more like I was just mitigating these stomach cramps I was getting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was obviously a big reason to quit.
A big fucking L.
If you're not getting high from smoking, like if your tolerance isn't fucked and you just want to quit smoking, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's still working. You know, it's when weed's not working is when it's the easiest to give up.
That's what the point that I was at. Like I would smoke and just like rethink about the same thing over and over and over and over again. There was no like I used to like drawing when I was high, or even making music was fun when I was high. But I think I was using it as like I was like, I can't be creative unless I'm high, which is totally the opposite now. I'm way more creative when I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's definitely just a fucking mind fucker.
Yeah.
Because you definitely will convince yourself that you need, if you're a creative person, you'll definitely convince yourself that you need to smoke in order to be creative.
Yeah. If you're using it a lot.
Yeah. Which I totally was.
Yeah.
I was telling the doctor today, I was like, yeah, I smoke a lot of weed. And he was like, yeah. I was like, no, like a lot. Like I'm cool. Like I smoke a cool amount of weed.
That's funny. I outsmoke Snoop, Wiz, anybody really.
I was like, do you smoke?
And he was like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I drink a lot too.
And you were like, oh.
I was like, dude. Actually, last time I went for a checkup, I was drunk at the checkup.
Nuh-uh.
Swear to God.
Damn.
This was like in January of last year.
Damn.
I went to the checkup drunk.
Damn.
Because I woke up and just got wasted. That's what I would do. What I would do is I would wake up. I would tell my parents I'm going into the woods to build a fire. I would go to Giant Eagle Express, get like 6 White Claws, and just go into the woods, make a fire, and drink my ass off. And then I guess that day I had a fucking doctor's appointment, and I just went. I probably reeked of alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say one thing, like, speaking of like the reeking like alcohol thing, you just want me to wiggle this?
Yeah.
Like, if you think you don't smell like weed when you smoke, it's like you so do.
Yeah, you do.
You smell like weed.
Definitely. Like, and especially to people who don't smoke at all.
Oh my God,
which is like the people I'm usually around, like my girlfriend, her mom.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like their noses are so sensitive.
They're so sensitive. Like I smoke a lot, so like my nose is shot.
Yeah.
And even then, like I'll wake up for the morning, leave, come back, and I'll come back in the house, haven't smoked in over 24 hours and be like, whoa,
Yeah.
holy cow, fucking Keef factory in here.
It reeks
Jesus
like loud.
Christ. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, I wonder what I smell.
Exactly.
Especially when you're sweating and you're smoking. And,
Yeah.
I don't
Sweating
care.
because you're scared when you're smoking.
I don't do that. I
Oh.
sweat when I drink coffee.
Oh, okay.
Like crazy. Do you?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Coffee makes me sweat like fuck all, dude. Like
Wow.
so bad.
Cup of Joe right there.
Yeah.
I've been trying to quit caffeine. Trying to quit everything.
Why?
I don't know.
Like I don't think you have to
I want to
quit
live
caffeine.
as long as humanly possible. I want to be one of those people who lives to be 100.
You could die in 20 minutes of an aneurysm.
That's true. But what if I didn't?
I don't know. Who wants to be 100?
Me.
Why?
See more shit.
Difference of philosophies. I'm like, I don't care. I don't even want to go to Italy. Fuck it. Who
I want to be
cares?
the old ass cousin who lived till he was 100.
I don't want to be that. I'm totally cool with like a mid-70s duck out. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then somebody would say, well, don't you want to ensure you want to get there? I'm like, I'm kind of cool with the hand I'm dealt. We'll see.
The hand I'm dealt.
You know?
The hand I keep dealing myself.
The hand I keep fixing.
Yeah.
Fucking weed and cigarettes and beer again.
Oh, fine.
Bad
Okay.
hand, but I'll play it.
I'll play it.
Got to play to win. I'll play this hand. Weed, drink. Thank you very much.
Cigs, drink, weed, coke, Molly, shrooms.
Shrooms. Wow. Shroom card. Oh, great.
When I turn 100 years old, I'm going to do a hero's dose of shrooms.
Just to do it.
Yeah. Because I'm too afraid to do that right now.
Really?
But if I make it to that long, I won't be afraid. I still have a huge apprehension with psychedelics.
I just like would not do them then. Just fuck it. Who cares?
I mean, I like a small dose of mushrooms is actually very enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
But I've never done enough to be like, whoa, there's a fucking elephant in the fucking ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm purple.
Yeah. I've never done that. I've never had that from shrooms. But
Or is that more LSD?
yeah. I mean, you certainly can from shrooms. It's just like, God, you have to eat a lot of shrooms.
I've done a low doses of LSD before, and it was not very enjoyable. I just thought about my grandma the whole time and cried.
Really?
Yeah, it was very emotional.
Like Grammy or other side?
My other grandma, yeah, who passed away. I was like, it's crazy what you think about when you're fucking torched on some psychedelics.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I always just think of like the missus.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if I'm ever like scared or anxious, she's like the first
Really?
thought in
And
my
it makes
head.
you
Yeah.
feel better?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That's awesome.
Well, not weird, but isn't that good?
That's
A
great.
good
That's
thing.
really good. Yeah.
Really good sign. Like one time I was at Bear. Oh, I won't say where. At that music fest, I was like,
Too intense.
they were like kicking my ass. And yeah, just thinking of blah, blah, blah.
Made it all better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we were at camp and we took that chocolate bar, and I remember after we found the morels, which was like a fucking like just being on shrooms and then finding those was like almost too much. It was like just a climax, crazy climax. Like I saw one, and it looks like a little house, like a little like elf's house. Like the morel is just so perfectly shaped. It looks cool. And they're so rare, so there's like this like weird like reward thing goes off in your head.
Oh yeah, total dopamine hit.
But then I remember trying to walk up the this little hill, and I must have walked up the hill 20 different times in my head. Like the scene just kept repeating. And I freaked out for like a second, but then I was like, no, it's okay. You're okay. All your cousins are here. You're going to be fine. Like, it's all good. Just enjoy this. Yeah. Because when that usually happens, I freak the fuck out. But that was like the first time that I was like, how about we just try enjoying this for a change?
Yeah, yeah. It's totally like you can overpower it for sure.
It is. And it's hard to surrender to it sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Because I think as humans, we naturally want to be in control of whatever we're doing. And it is hard to just let go and be like, that's what the whole trip is.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I was talking to some dude who did ayahuasca, and he was like, dude, I faced every fucking demon I've ever had. Like I became who I am because of that.
Have you ever seen the meme? It's like Breaking white guy tries drugs, discovers empathy.
Oh, that's funny.
It's so funny. It's like white guys need a heroic mushroom dose to feel empathy for other people, and it's like, yeah, it's true.
That is true.
I totally felt none of that before I did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is really true.
It definitely, I don't know. White guy discovers empathy.
White guy discovers empathy meme.
Yeah.
Generational trauma.
None of that going on for me. I don't have any of that.
That's so funny. You wrote down John Brooks.
Yeah. I just wrote him down. I was just like, want to talk about John.
John
was hitting me up when I was with John the other day. He was like, yeah, text Nick. What do you think the odds are that Nick comes through? I was like, yeah, I would just consider that not happening today.
Yeah, I was. Well, my girlfriend had just left, so I was
No, I
kind
know.
of like, it was.
That's
just
why
like,
I was saying that.
Yeah. But when I got that text, I was like, oh my God, Nate never texts me to hang out. This is awesome.
I never text anybody to hang out.
Yeah.
Ever. And I'm usually just like so stressed out from the day of being in my own thoughts that I'm like, I don't want to hang out with anybody.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean? Not that like I'm so tortured. I'm like, God, isn't it exhausting for everyone? And then a doctor tells you, no, that's not normal. And then you're like, oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Have you ever had that done? Circling back to the checkup thing. Have you ever said some shit and you're like, yeah, well, everybody fucking. And they're like,
And then
no,
they're like,
no one but you. And
Yeah,
you're like,
that-
oh.
Yeah, that has happened. Or
Yeah.
you think it's like a nonchalant, like, yeah, and then I do this every once in a while. And they're like, wow, that's serious.
Yeah, they're like, wow, you should see someone.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
And you're like, oh, I do already.
I'm kind of just like, dude, this is so arrogant of me to say. Whenever a doctor says something like that, I'm like, well, yeah, according to you, normie, spent 12 years in med school. What do you know about anything?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? You studied the past 12 years, bud.
If you were a doctor, but also you were in a biker gang,
Then
or
I'll
like just
trust
had
you.
some crazy life experience
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I think it would have much more weight.
Yeah.
But you're literally talking to this vanilla bookworm nerd.
Yes. I
Who's
mean,
like, wow, you've had sex with multiple people? That's really strange.
and you're like, yeah, exactly. Pretty much exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, it's not normal to have, you know, I don't
You've
know.
had more than sex with more than one person?
You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome. What was
Patient is cool.
What was it like? Patient is showing signs of coolness.
That's so funny. Going to the doctor just to like try and be validated for your lifestyle.
Brag.
I'm like, wow, that's cool. Smokes a lot.
Smokes, drinks, promiscuous sex.
Wow. Just gives you a big thumbs up. See you later. You're good.
You're good. You're cool.
That's what I needed to hear.
You don't have to schedule an appointment. You're cool.
Dude, can I, in the same vein of that, somebody commented on the last episode and was like, you know, for a hockey guy, Nate sure doesn't act like a hockey guy, and it's kind of refreshing. And I was kind of like, oh, that's all I needed to hear. I don't need a hockey channel. I just wanted somebody to acknowledge that. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, great, sweet.
That's
Moving
awesome.
on.
You
know
got,
what I mean?
yeah, you got what you needed.
I took a screenshot of it and I was like, that's it. It's all
Everything you were trying to do with
That's
the
it.
hockey channel just got
condensed into that.
released into that.
We're
one
not
comment.
typical hockey guys, and other people can see that. Great. That's all. That's all
Yeah.
it was.
I agree with that.
It's over. Channel's done.
Is it really done?
I don't know.
I love hearing you talk about hockey.
Who knows? Maybe.
You got one fan right here.
If there's one fan. Well, here's another thing, and everyone will laugh at this. So for self-proclaimed hockey guys, we really don't know anything about hockey because we're like, yeah, like we'll make it Northeastern Hockey Network because we want to make a network for hockey content encompassing where we live in the Northeast of the United
Yeah.
States, Vermont, Pittsburgh, everywhere in
Boston.
between, Boston, Philly, New York. There's three.
Does New
teams.
Hampshire have a hockey team?
Anyway, but come to find out that Northeastern is a D1 hockey school. So when you search up Northeastern hockey, you get a bunch of that university.
Yeah.
Really stupid idea on our end. So now it's like, okay, we're not as into hockey as we thought we were. Motivation obviously faltering on anything you put 6 months into that isn't taking off. You know what I mean? The Northeastern thing, like the naming thing, it's kind of like,
yeah.
we'll see.
Could just rebrand it. The
We'll see.
Northeastern Hockey Experience
Academy.
Academy.
Just keeping in Northeastern as if network was the issue.
Yeah. That's funny.
So we are rebranding. Yeah, I know.
2 dudes in a hockey podcast.
Yeah. Dan and Nate skate.
Dan and Nate's skate lessons.
Dan and Nate are skate. That's so bad.
Dan and Nate skated.
That's terrible. It's so bad.
I like listening to you and Will talk about hockey.
Yeah, Will and I haven't done another episode of that since either.
Yeah.
With kind of like reciprocating interest in that.
Yeah.
Kind of like, yeah, I didn't hit you up. You didn't hit me up. All right.
It's all good.
It's all good. Totally
Post.
understand. Post. Read between the lines.
Post between the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think life's all about just trying new things.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
Because you never know when you'll be swept off your feet.
This episode, like, guys, we're broke. We're selling the cards. The hockey channel didn't work out.
Yeah. Oh, there's a quote like Napoleon Hill. I was reading it because I'm in the same boat. Like I'm kind of like down on myself. Like
Yeah.
definitely not making as much money as I was.
Sort of just like, oh, wow, this is it, eh?
But that's so like the optimist in me is like, this is just an opportunity to do something really amazing. And like,
Yeah.
I'm just on the brink of something awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to believe that. But in my life, like every time there's been this massive, like, receding of the tide, something does eventually come.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, being broke sucks.
It's
Not having a job and being bored sucks.
It's funny you say that because it's like good things are coming. And it's like when I think back to the past 4 years, I don't think there's been anything that has come along and been like an overwhelmingly positive in my life. I mean, like whenever I hit like a big low, it's like, yeah, something good is coming. And then it never does. And then you're like, oh. Like I have my health, I have my friends and my family, and that's everything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like financial optimism and also like career optimism is like that might not ever happen.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like
I agree. And
even
then,
if you're trying really hard to, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
right.
So
You could try your ass off and not make any progress.
oh hell yeah. It's frustrating when yeah, go ahead. Bah.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I don't.
I was just gonna say in these times when I'm like really being critical of myself, I'm like, okay, well, I go down to like the bare minimum. Like I have a roof over my head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
And I have a girlfriend who loves me. I love her. I have family members who care about me. Like
you're doing better than 98% of the world.
Literally.
Like definitely.
So that
it's totally first world issues, but
that helps me get through the day. But yeah, I mean, just the internet and seeing all these other people doing like, yeah, we just took a trip to fucking Dubai, fucking bought a new Pokemon card. It's like, fuck off, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But you can't fault them for that. Talking to you, Logan Paul.
Oh, dude, Logan Paul is getting like such a smear campaign ran against him.
Uh-huh.
Like someone posted like his pig that was like near death.
That's fucked
and whatever.
up.
I'm like, I think what's most likely happened is he rehomed that pig and forgot about it. Like someone else took the pig and then they were like,
they were shitty about it.
They ditched the pig.
Yeah.
Because didn't he ditch that pig like 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think it looked like it was an older photo of him.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's just people getting clicks on shit
And
at
then,
his expense.
well, he said something about Jesus not being real to his co-host.
Like arrogantly?
Yeah, he was like, present thyself.
Oh.
And the guy was like, it was just kind of like
corny and
arrogant,
weird,
bad taste.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, he didn't have the wit, or not even the wit, the fucking common sense to just know going into the suicide forest, like, just don't make that part of your video. Like that whole part of the video, you should have like immediately been like, no, this is a terrible fucking idea.
Well, that was the whole reason they went there, was to, in my opinion, like, why else do you go to the suicide forest?
What? Just for content?
Just to see a dead body. That's like why you go.
Yeah,
right?
but it's like go
Otherwise,
there
what's the draw?
without a can. If you really are a fucking weirdo and that really interests you and you want to see some poor fucker hanging from a tree, go there without your stupid ass camera.
True. Yeah.
And see, but
I'm not arguing for Logan Paul. I'm just saying like
no,
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
it's just
I'm
I don't
agreeing.
know. Again, like I think people are holding him to the standard of
Yeah, he's
like,
just a normal dude who
Yeah.
has a lot of subscribers and
Right.
money.
he's a mortal man.
He's not like Logan Paul is not a bad dude. You know what I mean? He's a dude.
Yeah, he's a
And
dude.
he's not without flaw. Like, I don't know.
Right.
I'm not like leave Logan alone. Like, don't hold him accountable. I'm
Leave
also
Brittany
like,
alone.
who cares?
Right, exactly.
Jesus Christ. Logan Paul was mean to his fucking friend who I equally couldn't care less about. Who cares if his stupid friend's feelings were hurt?
Yeah, that's funny. That's
You
true.
know,
I
like,
just
not
always,
even like trying to be cool saying that. I'm just like,
you don't care.
who cares?
Yeah.
Damn.
I guess I don't really care either. I just was
A celebrity's mean to his friends. Shocker.
yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Put this on the headlines.
A rich person fucking did something bad.
Someone with a lot of followers and money is a dickhead. Whoa, headline.
Whoa.
Like,
No way.
I don't know. Like, we'll never be satisfied with a celebrity or influencer until they're like, yeah, I don't make any money. I give away all my money. I never say anything bad. I donate all my time. I volunteer 400 hours a week.
But
Like,
who wants to? It's like kind of like Mr. Beast is kind of like that. But he definitely pays himself. There's no way he doesn't pay himself.
you know, it's curious. I mean, yeah, he definitely pays himself, but it is curious. He does like reinvest all of his money into content, which is nuts. Like he was talking about, he was like, yeah, I was rich, like making millions of dollars, and I lived, my rent was like $600 a month. I had roommates. He was like, he's like, what do you do when you need $1 million for a video? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think anybody's thinking about making a video for $1 million other
Right.
than you.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true.
Like, I don't know.
I thought a good prank that I actually pitched you yesterday that you shot down was going to Walmart and over the loudspeaker saying, Mr. Beast is here and he's going to pay for everyone's groceries today. So just mention Mr. Beast's name at checkout and you will have a balance due of $0.
Dude.
Do you think you'd get arrested for that?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
It would be like inciting a riot
Oh, yeah.
if people like
Public
what's racketeering?
public insanity.
That's not racketeering.
Racketeering is like mob shit.
I thought racketeering was like, fuck, it has to do with money. I don't even remember.
Something like what the mafia does.
I don't think so.
Or like what Young Thug is doing.
I think we're just guessing.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Racketeering is bad, guys.
I think we should dress up as Mr. Beast, like really unconvincingly, and go and try and pay for people's shit and just get our card declines.
No. Wait, hold on. I have to okay. Hold on. I'm on hold with Chase. Yes.
Just overdraft it.
No.
Just overdraft. Yes, I accept the fees.
Yes, I
Here you
accept
go. You didn't have to do that, man. It sounds like you didn't
It's
have money.
fine.
It's fine.
I'm fine.
Take the groceries.
See you outside just smoking a cigarette. Mr. Beast prank gone wrong.
Pretending to be Mr. Beast until I make a lot of money. Just emptying your bank account.
That's fucking funny.
You'll pay for one person's groceries at Walmart. They have like $1,800 worth of shit in their cart.
They're also rich.
They're rich as
They
hell.
get into a Mercedes, like a nice ass.
Wow, thanks, man. Gets in
Thanks,
his
man.
Tesla. It drives him away because he doesn't have to drive it because he's rich.
He's in the passenger seat getting road dome. No, he's driving and getting. He's in the passenger seat and the driver is giving him road dome because the car is driving itself.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Oh,
And we're making a difference.
Oh,
Maybe we could do like a Mr. Beast. Like, let's create like a Mr. Beast, but it's like
Mr. Queef.
there's no money. We like do things for people and like not like a great job, just like a half-ass job.
We'll shovel your driveway for free. Fuck. Halfway through, we're like, fuck. Halfway through, we just leave.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
That's funny.
Telling people we'll do yard work for free and then just not following up on that
Just
promise.
bail.
Yeah.
Cut half the yard, then just leave. That's hilarious.
Pull up with your fucking truck of equipment and shit.
Yeah.
Ask for their permission to do it. And just leave. causing tons of smoke to billow out of the bathroom.
Later. Make them make you lunch.
Paintball their household.
That's fucking funny as hell.
Telling old people will do their yard work for free, then paintballing their house prank.
That's fucking funny. Oh, I was gonna say I had a night terror the other night.
Oh fuck! I get those.
Like a real night terror where I woke up screaming.
Yeah. Horrible, right?
And thank God my girlfriend was there to comfort me after I woke. But after I woke up, the thing that I thought was so scary, like I was like, that's not scary at all. It was I was in this like top room of a house, and I was giving myself a buzz cut.
Mm.
And I was like, Mom, come look at this. Come look at my hair. Look what I did. And as I heard walking up the stairs, and I look over, and it was like this zombie skeleton thing.
Mm.
And I just started going, ah!
Yeah.
That's my girlfriend said that's what she heard. Like I woke up to myself screaming.
Dude, I get that like probably.
It was scary as fuck.
I get that like once a month. Like
really?
Not like screaming, but Danya always wakes me up and is like,
Nate.
She's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, and I'll wake up, my heart's like beating, and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "You were going like, and like I get sleep paralysis as well.
Me too.
So like, damn, yeah, sleeping sucks.
Is that a genetic thing?
I don't know. I honestly, well, I don't know.
I was like, ah!
I had a bad dream.
I had bad dream. Girlfriend help me when I wake up. She there for me. No, I thought about it as I woke up, and I was like, that's not fucking scary. It was just like a skeleton zombie. I was like, that's not scary at all.
Yeah.
But definitely quitting weed, I've had some fucked up dreams.
Yeah.
Very vivid. And a lot going on, like 5 different dreams in one night.
Yeah.
Of like things that I remember.
Have you noticed, do you feel better at all? Like,
I feel more clear-headed.
or are you kind of like just, I don't know, I'm just sober. It's just
I definitely feel more motivated and clear-headed. Like I can think a lot easier. And I don't second guess myself. And I'm not like when I go to the to work out, when I would smoke my fucking Delta 8 pen before I'd work out, and I was always like anxious. I mean, I was like, what if someone sees my eyes all red, and they like think, like, those are just thoughts that I could just do without. Like I don't need, that's just like a waste of time thinking about, what if this person thinks I'm high?
Yeah.
So now I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about the smell, offending anyone with the smell. But yeah, I mean, as far as fucking being bored goes,
yeah,
it's definitely like,
wow.
I have a lot of, and then I'll just take a nap because maybe it's boredom, maybe it's like depression. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely like halfway through the day, I'll just be like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to take a nap.
No, yeah. Like, dude, it's tough. Like, I think you and I both right now, we have like a severe motivation problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't motivate myself to do anything because I'm like, there's nobody who needs me truly in terms of like in a financial or career capacity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, and I've got to be honest. Like, I was talking with Joe about this a while back. I'm like, I struggle with motivation because this sounds so arrogant, but I've already achieved everything I've ever wanted. I have a beautiful partner. I live where I wanted to live as a kid in a house. It's not mine, but who gives a fuck? I don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not yours when you're dead either. You know what I mean?
That's
it's
true.
Like, I live in a fucking house. I live in a decent sized house with a beautiful girlfriend who we love each other. I always have groceries, and I'm like, dude, I have a great PC that I love, and I'm satisfied.
That's where I'm at.
There's no toy that I want. Like, I don't want a Tesla. I don't care. I'm not a car guy. I don't want a big mansion. I already live in my dream neighborhood. I really do. It's cheesy. Or if anyone's like, that's your dream neighborhood. Yeah, it is. Like, I love where I live.
That area is great.
I'm just like, dude,
you can walk to that nice,
I could do
fucking park by your house.
I live in a walking neighborhood, truly a walkable community.
All your family is surrounded by you.
The whole family is here.
You can go see anyone you want at any time.
I'm like, dude, fucking what is that's why I'm feel like I'm always meandering around and working on all these different projects because I'm like, something has to excite me and motivate me, right?
Mhm.
You know, and it's like, oh fuck, I don't know. You know,
That's okay though. I think to speak to that, a lot of there's this old dude on YouTube who like sits and smokes a pipe and he's like like gives you some old guy wisdom, but we're not supposed to have it all figured out at this age. Even like dudes in their 40s are like, yeah,
I don't know anything.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life. So the fact that we're having this kind of like pivotal moment where we're just exploring, I think it's, first of all, it's totally normal.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's also good. It's like fucking, I want to go get a job where I kind of hate it. Like there's part of when I was doing Vine, like part of going to the fucking car dealership every day and working that shitty job was like motivating. Like I was like, I need to get the fuck out of this.
That's what my mom would always say. She would, when she was in nursing school, she worked at Kmart, and she was like, she graduated from nursing school at 17, different time, you know? It sounds nice. Or like 18 or whatever it was. But anyway, she was like, what got me through that was when I worked at Kmart and just thinking I will never, ever, ever fucking work here again or anything like this.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's totally motivating. Like when I worked at Pool Designs, when I quit weed and whatever, and then I went and got a corporate job, and I didn't smoke weed. I was working in corporate America, and guess what? I still was miserable.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's different for everybody. But Pool Designs definitely really helped me. Like really helped with my motivation. Like when you work a shithole job with shithole people, full offense, like a lot of you are shitholes, like just the worst people you ever meet. Like
yeah.
People who steal multiple felonies, tons of fucking kids, playing the system, using drugs daily, not weed, like drugs. You know what I mean?
Is having a bunch of kids using the system?
I'm just saying, like, people who have not had the foresight for their kids' sake in life. Like they just have like 9 kids. They never see any of them because they have to go to court and custody. Just saying.
When I washed dishes, I knew a dude like that. He had like 7 kids.
Yeah.
And like, the kids would ask to hang out with him, and he'd be like, I'm fucking sleeping.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. It sucks.
I was like, you're an awesome dad.
Yeah. Well, I think like what's tough is like, I think the logical step most people make at this point in their life is like, well, I'm going to start a family and be a parent.
Yeah.
Like that's my goal. But I'm like, I don't even know fully if I even want to go through with that.
Yeah.
I think I do. I think.
I've definitely had some.
That's one of those decisions where you don't think, though.
Yeah. By the time you spray that seed, it's kind of too late.
Yeah. So that's why it's like, it's tough. It's like, what do we work on? What do we, you know, if you're not working towards your education or career or family, what are you working on?
We should go to Shark Tank and pitch my new show idea.
Which is?
Top Grow.
Top Grow? What's that?
It's like Top Chef, but with weed.
Oh my God.
Who can grow the strongest strain?
That would be fun.
Right?
That'd be a fun show to watch.
New Discovery show.
It's just Wiz. Like,
Wiz is there's only one judge. It's fucking Wiz.
It's just Wiz and Snoop.
Yeah, this is good, man. You win.
This isn't Khalifa Kush. Did we talk about Wiz at the dispensaries around Pittsburgh yet? I was with Jake. Jake was getting a haircut. I just went to hang out, literally, because our hairdresser's the homie, and we're just bullshitting and catching up. And he was like, "Yeah, I went to Wiz Khalifa's like Khalifa Kush debut at the dispensary," and he said that 1, Wiz totally didn't want to fucking be there. 2, he showed up late as fuck. 3, he had a bad attitude with like people. Was just like people would go up and he would just like throw something. Like someone tried to dap him up and he was like,
yeah,
and just pointed at the camera and then went, and that was it.
Wow.
And he also was not allowed inside the dispensary because he doesn't have a valid PA med card.
Oh,
so he was like outside the dispensary even.
That makes sense.
And it's just like, dude, fuck. What a bust.
Right.
Damn.
It's probably not even real Khalifa Kush either.
No, it's just whatever they had at the dispo.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, damn. But I'm like, you couldn't just like go to where you're from and be hype about it for a fucking day.
He doesn't care anymore. He's like so over.
He's like, I'm making millions with this. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've smoked Khalifa Kush one time. one of his engineers, this dude named Ricky P, was in the studio, and I went there with Q or something. But he had a joint of Khalifa Kush, and I smoked it. It was really fire.
You were like,
I only took 2 hits, and I was like,
wow,
stoned. But at the same time, it's just fucking weed. It's like, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
The best, you have the best weed. Like, you're still smoking weed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's launch our own brand where it's fucking weed.
Poopy shit. We'll call it poop shit.
Poopy shit. No labels on the thing. No
Yeah.
terpene breakdown. Just, do you want to get fucking high? Smoke the shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that, I think it ruined my whole thing, was like finding out about all that shit that I never knew any. Like, first of all, THC percentage. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Or like the terpenes, the only thing I actually care about is if it's an indica or a sativa. That's the only thing I care about.
Fully. Yeah.
Everything else is like, okay.
Give me an indica or a indica dominant hybrid. And then honestly, with a lot of those strains, like, God, weed is so stupid. Like, people will be like, my favorite strain's blackberry, whatever. And it's like, the blackberry you had there is not the same you had here, because
not at all.
Just plants aren't that way.
Right.
Like, go buy 4 different things of strawberries from the same brand. Some will be sweet. Sometimes you'll get them and you'll be like, these suck.
These are bitter.
Sometimes,
these are unripe.
Literally, it's like the same thing with weed. Like, I've gotten a great example is the strain Biscotti. I've gotten Biscotti a couple times where it's knocked my fuck off, and I've gotten Biscotti a couple times where I've been like, that sucked.
Yeah.
And at no point was there any discernible difference in the quantity that I was smoking at the time. It was just one time it fucked my nuts off, and the other time it hardly did shit.
That's why they
were both Biscotti from the dispo.
But that's why I go with the grower. Like, I know Cresco has really consistently good weed, so I'd buy that.
I'm big on Strain. The brand Strain. Strain is great if you are a consumer of cannabis products. Strain is it.
Cookies was really, when I lived in LA, I would always be like, dude, I need some cookies. But like, there's no name brands that grow really, really fire weed. It's just like Apple. It's like you're paying for the fucking name at that point.
Yeah. Yep. Strain is nice. Here, let me give you my sales pitch on Strain for those listening. Strain is, if you're one of those THC hunters, you're going for the 25% and above THC. Strain has those for the most affordable costs. A 28% THC eighth from Strain is going to be $42. It might be $65 from these other brands.
Yeah.
And it's the same weed. So there you go. Strain is like budget loud.
Budget loud.
That's what I would say.
That should be our brand.
Budget loud.
Budget loud.
Yeah, budget loud.
That's copywritten, and if anyone uses that, we'll find you and sick our cousin
budget
Jake.
Loud.
Sick our cousin Edward on you.
We'll send Jake to prison.
If you use that, we'll send Jake to prison
and keep him there for as long as we see fit.
Yeah, because of what you did.
Yeah.
Loud. Now that I like don't smoke, I'm like,
I hate everything.
No,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, maybe I should like get involved in weed, because aren't you supposed to kind of like distance yourself when you're doing things like that? Like, if you're like a drug dealer, you like, rule of thumb is like, don't
use what you're selling, at least. Yeah.
Just start peddling weed. Mom, I'm a stoner dealer.
Dude, really good motivator for quitting any substance is being around people on the substance when you are not.
Yeah. Oh, like, totally. That's what's kept me sober for so long.
I was going to say, go sit in a room with fucking Jake and E-Man and me after we smoked and you didn't smoke. It's kind of like, oh my God. Like, when a big reason I didn't smoke for the longest time is because you guys would all be smoking and I'd be like, you guys suck. You're so boring. I just repeated myself 20 times. You didn't hear it fucking once. You guys
frustrating.
You guys just want to fucking sit here. I'm bored. Let's do something. That was more, I was young though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think any of those things now. I would be like, whatever.
It is boring. Stoners are like boring. There's a lot of people who are like, I smoke, but I go on hikes and I do CrossFit and I fucking slackline.
I'm kind of that way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always fucking playing hockey, hiking, outside, always working, outside type of job.
When I
Like,
stone,
you
I'm
know,
just like, I want a Sunday and I want to watch Clarence
yeah,
or Chowder.
chowder. I've gotten to the point where like cartoons don't have rewatchability for me. Like
Yeah.
unless it's SpongeBob, I'm like,
Even the other night I watched SpongeBob and it like didn't. I had to.
didn't hit.
Yeah.
You have to watch the first 4 seasons, and even at that, it's like, man,
You know every line.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait, look, it's Widward. I watched that the other night and I was like,
You're like,
the magic is worn the fuck off.
as much, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna make a leap here, but I was gonna say like constantly rewatching the same things is just as much as a mental comfort exercise as smoking is.
Yeah.
Like if all you're doing is like replaying Pokemon and watching SpongeBob, it's like you're escaping. Like the theme of escape is still there.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true. That's very true.
Like that's what I think about a lot. That's why I would quit RuneScape a lot, because RuneScape is like my escapism manifested. You know what I mean? So
I feel that with COD, Zelda. I've played and beat Zelda probably like 10 times.
dude, yeah, that's why when people are like, "Are you gonna get Scarlet and Ultra?" I'm like, no, dude, it's been over for a decade.
Yeah.
No.
That's really honestly true because I usually watch TV before I go to bed. And last night I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that tonight. And I just had to sit there and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, it stinks.
But I think that's how you grow. Like that's how you get I don't want to keep escaping.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like sick of what the fuck am I running from? Like why am I smoking? Why was I drinking? Like why?
Yeah.
Why do I have to put the TV on at night? Why do I have to play video games when I'm bored?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what is the answer to that? Be creative? Like make something?
I don't know. And like
call a loved one?
I hate when people are like, just start working out, go to the gym. I'm like, you're escaping.
Yeah, that's also an escape.
You're escaping and sprinkling in body dysmorphia onto it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like working out, like going to the gym is fine, but like those people are like, start lifting. I'm like, it's giving insecure in a different way.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I totally agree with that. Like I like to work out. It makes me feel really good, but I catch myself going there when I'm like, I'm just bored. I'm going to go work out.
Yeah.
Like I'm clearly uncomfortable with just what is happening right now.
Dude, think about this too. This is totally me just justifying using weed.
Okay.
I'm prefacing with that. So
I'm all ears.
There's going to be a comment. Oh, Nate's you're a moron. Anyway, this is it. Lifting weights, simulating work, manual labor at the gym to elicit a chemical response in your brain is just as artificial as smoking weed. You would not have been lifting that 180, 400-pound deadlift, whatever it is. You would never be doing that naturally. So it's kind of unnatural to be lifting such heavy weights because, it makes you feel great. Your brain releases. I'm like, what does that sound like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know if the answer is lifting things and putting them back down.
Smoking, you're trying to achieve the same thing with both.
Right. Exactly. It's the only thing I'm saying. I'm like, I don't think the answer isn't smoking every day, but the answer also isn't lifting every day and only eating chicken and broccoli. That's like the same thing, just repackaged, in my opinion.
Just a safer way to do it.
Just a more healthy way to do it.
Yeah.
And those guys' fucking hearts explode a lot too. Like it's not healthy to be that big either.
Yeah.
Like even if it's muscle, a lot of the time.
I mean, look at Bruce Lee. Like he could kick anyone's ass. He wasn't like this jacked, huge
dude
guy.
Was not deadlifting.
No. He was doing calisthenics. He was doing like push-ups and shit.
I think that's fine. Go for a run on the beach and some push-ups and whatever, you know, but like, I don't know. I don't know why I lift the big weight.
I think it's just ego and body dysmorphia. Like people want to look a certain way.
Yeah. I don't know.
But that's like the double-edged sword is it's like where does it stop at being healthy and where does it start at being totally ego-based?
Dude, it's all elementary in my opinion. Like I feel like I have the answers. I just am refusing to look at them. Like I have the answers in my pocket, but I'm like, I'm not gonna.
Like what?
My ego's not letting me look at them. I'm like, you'll figure something else.
The answers to what?
Like life. It's like everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Just like working out. Like don't work out 3 times a day every single day. That's not moderation at all. I also think the answer isn't don't ever smoke weed. Maybe for you it is, but I mean, like, don't smoke weed 8 times a day every day.
Yeah.
Maybe smoke twice a week.
That's where I was
with
at.
the homies. I can't do that though. So it's like, you know.
My mom was like, so instead of smoking like once a day, like now you just don't do it at all. I was like, I was not smoking once a day. I was smoking from the time my eyelids weren't closed anymore until the time that they were for bed.
Yeah.
Like, just if I had one of those, if you have a pen,
yeah,
you're screwed.
If you have a pen, here's your sign.
Yeah. Seriously. Because no, it doesn't smell.
Yeah.
If you have a pen and eye drops, that's what I call stealth mode.
Yeah, yeah.
You are basically just, I was high I would get those new eye drops, they have a purple thing. It's called I forget what it's called, but they work really fucking well. They almost
the ones
work,
that hurt your eyes, kind of.
No, they don't even hurt your eyes. They're called Lumify. They're in this. It's a gray little bottle with this purple cap, but they make it look like you've never done anything in your eyes become like the
whitest,
purest, whitest you've ever seen. If you have a bottle of that and a fucking pen of some loud,
and is blueberry scented and flavored,
you are the most dangerous person on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Like, easily.
Yeah.
It's like having night vision goggles. Like, no one will ever know that you're stoned because you don't smell and your eyes are giving no indication of being intoxicated.
Dude, so to that point, stealth moding, I'm just thinking about it. Like, you know, when people are like, you're not really supposed to be happy all the time. Like, yeah, it's boring sitting in traffic. Like, and that's just what it is. And it's like, I think it's just boring sitting in traffic, and you could easily rip your pants.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't
make it less boring.
It wouldn't diminish the authentic experience of being in traffic.
That's true.
It could even save a life. Like, when I'm sober, I'm like, I will kill the person in front of me.
Yeah,
I'm not even close to kidding.
I want to shovel all of you off the highway into a huge pit.
But when I'm stoned, I'm like, I don't take your time. Letting people go
Love
through.
you, man.
That's good. Yeah, come on, come on.
I definitely feel empathy when I'm high. Like, massive amounts of empathy.
Yes. And it's super easy to be super cold sober. Like, you know, I don't know.
But that's the attitude that gets you further in business, being cold. But then why? What is business? We're having like existential like crisis.
Everything.
Right now. What is money, dude? Our society is set up to make you a money-making pawn for some other dickhead.
Yeah.
That's why being a monk would be sick. Just move to Tibet.
I think that sucks.
Being a monk.
I'm like, fuck you if you're a monk listening to this. You have an L lifestyle. No.
In the ashram, if you're listening to this podcast,
you are an L.
In Tibet.
If you have some sort of power where you can tap into this consciousness, you are an L.
You're a massive, huge L.
No, I'm just like, dude, I don't want to go to work every day, but I don't want to post up in a temple with a bunch of bald freaks.
And eat rice.
No, I would love to have some sort of passive income that doesn't harm anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's sort of the whole goal of all these projects is like, I would like to have some sort of, and when I say passive income, I just mean I'm not going to work 40 hours a week on behalf of somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I mean. I don't want to be a wage slave. And at the same time, I don't really want to be an executive making a ton of money either.
Yeah.
I would love to have just my needs met in a way that doesn't step on anybody's toes and also provides me with a like amicable quality of life.
Yeah.
Comparatively to my expectation of what that life should be. It's really a lot harder than you'd think to find that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, some genius DM me, and please don't take advantage of me, but some genius out there who's laughing at our stupidity and ignorance, yo, hit the DMs with a business proposition.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? We will promote gambling services. We need money.
We have no morals.
We don't.
There's nothing we won't do.
I'm going to speak on behalf of Nick and say, we'll promote some weird things.
Yeah.
We'll promote some like weird pharmaceutical stuff.
Yeah.
That like we're definitely endangering people.
Like new pills that someone invented.
We'll say we take a bunch of pills. If you made a bunch of pills and want to sell them, we'll say they're awesome.
Yeah.
And sell them.
If anyone is looking for someone to shill your pills,
Ty Lopez hits the DMs.
seriously, we should just rob Ty Lopez.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much money he even really has.
Steal one of his Raris.
Yeah. Here in the apartment
At Ty Lopez's house. We should rob Gary V, Ty Lopez, and Andrew Tate.
Who do you think would be the most
Lucrative lick?
Yeah.
Probably Gary V.
I think like someone like David Dobrik.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like the dude who would have like 3 MacBooks in his Tesla.
Right.
Like a wad of cash.
Wad of cash for like a video.
Yeah, like a Ridge wallet with like a black card in it. You know what I mean?
Just, yeah.
Some like Patagonia merch in the backseat.
Mm-hmm. Sick jacket.
I don't know.
Lift ticket to like Breckenridge or something.
Coachella ticket.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would lick Jason Nash.
Oh yeah. He deserves it.
No, I would never steal from anyone.
Really?
I wouldn't. No.
Not even a rich ass who stole his money?
No.
Not like Al Chapo?
Maybe.
You wouldn't rob him?
I would rob a fucking
Thug?
criminal, yeah. But I would never rob an honest, hardworking person providing for their families.
Most people are criminal. You'll come to find.
What's that from?
I'm
Castlevania?
Just saying it.
Biggest Castlevania anime fan right here.
That's all you. I don't want that title.
Just kidding. I've never watched that show.
I don't want to be known as a anything fan. Like
you love the Black Butler. Biggest Black Butler fan anime, Nate.
I was gonna say I watched that in high school. Is like accurate.
I tried to watch Death Note. And I got halfway through the first episode and I was like, I missed the fucking boat.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Like that's some real advice. Over 25, you missed
After
it.
you see the world for what it is and you're like, you have worldly stresses.
You missed it.
You're like, yeah, I can't consume this.
Yeah. Yep.
But at the same time, there's always a fuck sesh waiting just around the corner.
Yeah. No vlog this week. We're not doing one.
Maybe.
No, we're not.
We're going to the card store, guys.
Or actually not. We're not even doing that anymore.
We've officially depressed ourselves to the point where we're not doing anything today.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to go to the card store?
I don't know. I'm going to call first and be like,
do you guys have any interest in some Pokemon cards?
What are the odds I get there and you guys are like, honestly, we wouldn't even be interested in buying right now?
Oh my God, that would suck.
Dude, that happened with me one time. I went to the card store with a bunch of like unlimited vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Like it was the base set 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! And like in good condition. And they were like, we don't even want it. I was like, wow. They're like, they pointed it to a table of like a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Shit. And they were like, we can't even sell that. And I was like, oh, well, I should just throw this away.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
Cards are an anomaly.
Yeah. And also, to those people who think we're just like the being out of cards is like tethered to finances, not really true. Because I asked you the other day, I was like, let's say you had $1 million. Would you hold on to any of those cards? And you were like, no. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes the ship has just sailed.
I was like, yeah, cards are cool. Now I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
How is this going to feed my...
What is this doing for anything?
Seriously. It's a little piece of cardboard.
Yeah, it's cool, but... It's cool. It's certainly nostalgic, but once you have overdosed on that nostalgia...
Which we totally did.
Yeah, there's nothing there anymore.
Went way too hard. I should have stopped at the first... what we were talking about yesterday. When I pulled that Charizard out of the booster box, I should have just stopped there.
I told you that too. I was like, honestly, the luck that you just had is like you're never going to replicate it. And you're going to be chasing it.
Yep. That's what happened. Gambling addiction. It's real.
Yeah.
Cards are just gambling. I pulled some cool shit that I wanted to pull, like that Gengar card.
There are cards where it's like, I think if cards were worthless, if it were illegal to resell cards, but not illegal to buy them and trade them, they would be so cool.
Mhm.
But what ruins cards for me is knowing that piece of cardboard is worth like $500
Yeah.
and that this one's worth 10 cents. But I like the 10-cent one more.
Right.
But it'd be kind of stupid to sleeve up and display the 10-cent one because the other one's worth $500.
Yeah.
Like, why would I? It kind of ruins the hobby for me. Like with adult brain, it's not very fun.
Right. That's so true.
I don't know. If you're a kid and you're just like, yeah, I'll trade you Charizard for Machamp. I like Machamp.
Yeah.
That's so cool and bliss and awesome. But like,
That's what it should be like.
that was the intention.
But now we're like, that's not worth anything.
Yeah, you spend like $100 on cards and you're like, I maybe recouped $15.
Yeah.
And then you're just pissed.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, you're like, I love all
Look
of
at all the
these.
cards I have. Look at this big stack that I have.
Yeah.
Now you're like, where's the $400 card?
Breaking part 2, breaking headline, white adults discover child card game is for kids.
Yeah. That's funny. That is fucking funny as hell.
Yeah.
White adults make up problems to have that aren't real.
That's hilarious. That's what we should title this. White adults complaining.
White adults complaining about shit that
Nothing,
isn't
about
real.
nothing.
About nothing.
White adults complaining about their awesome privileged lives.
Yeah. Like the fact that we can even say, yeah, I think I might just get a part-time job.
Yeah.
Like some people can't get a job.
Some people are working 2 jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, I might just get a job. Honestly, I liked washing dishes because I would eat the food that people didn't eat.
That's hilarious.
That was my biggest crux at that job. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I've totally swallowed my pride and I'm like, I don't give a fuck if someone sees me and is like, aren't you the Sudded guy? Why are you working at Aldi?
Dude, when I worked at Best Buy, when Vine was like popping, I got that all the time.
Yeah.
And like, you think you can absorb the blows? Dude, I had a week where it happened like 5 different times. Oh, you're Addy Boy from
Addy Boy.
People used to say that too. They'd be like, yeah, you're Addy Boy from fucking Vine. Fuck, what are you doing working here, man? And you're like, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so quitting drinking, I was like, that is really hard, and I did it. So everything else is not going to be this hard. Like I did the hard thing.
That's what you think, and then you're like, I'm gonna try learning Python, and then you're like, oh wait,
This is the hard thing.
Things are hard.
Yeah. No, I mean, just as far as like life goes, like
No, I know. I'm just being a dick for
Yeah.
fun.
like
That's it.
if I could defeat that dragon,
Yeah.
I'm like everything else is pretty much like it's not that. It's not quitting alcohol
Yeah,
or
exactly.
quitting smoking. So like those were my two like dragging me down things
Mm-hmm.
that I was like, okay, I could do that. Everything else is like whatever. Like I'll work at Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't fucking care.
See, I'm not at that level. I'm like, I will not work at Buffalo Wild Wings. I will not work there.
I'll work anywhere. I don't care.
I won't.
Top Golf,
Nope.
B-Dubs, Five Guys,
No.
Giant Eagle again. There's a cookie factory down the street. I was going to work at the cookie factory.
Giant Eagle is like I would consider that, but because that's a corporate entity
Yeah.
with like advancement.
I don't think I could work there again.
Blacklisted,
You think so?
maybe. Did you walk out?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows what that even means?
Right. We see here you were employed by Giant Eagle Corporation a few years ago. Tell us what happened there. Oh, yeah, it sucked, so I just left.
It sucked, and I was 17, so I quit.
It sucked, and fuck you. I'm not talking about it.
Do you want bread on the shelf tomorrow? I'm willing to come in and do that.
Because I can do that.
Okay, well then great. I'll come in tomorrow then.
I used to, I don't know if I can actually say this.
We're over an hour and change, so just cut it if you can't.
Okay. I would take the drinks that we would get. They were like these $12 like health drinks, and I would just go into the freezer and drink them and then hide the trash.
It's awesome. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Who cares? Everybody does this, but when I worked at Nike, I got to a point where I was so fucking checked out at Nike, I would just go in the back to see if we had a size and just never come back. Just never.
That's so
Just
funny.
go see if we have a size. Go to the bathroom. Fucking meander around to the break room. Hey, what's up? Ah, fuck. I just am taking a 5 minute because
That's hilarious.
blah blah blah.
That's
The person's
so
not even
fucking
there.
funny.
You know what I mean? Someone else is helping them. You're like, oh, good. Yeah, I'm gonna fold these t-shirts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
Ooh, I'm gonna go check that. Rolling coal in the park.
Donut.
I love like revving something
So
in place
fucking
is
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah, leaving. I mean, I think everyone at some point in their life should leave a job. Like, just when you're pissed off, just fucking leave. There's something freeing and like
So good. Feels
amazing
awesome.
about doing that.
I left Nike on lunch,
That's awesome.
but I at least went and told my boss, thankfully. I was like, I'm leaving. They were like, oh.
Yeah, I just said fuck it, I'm out of here, and I just left.
They didn't care at all. They don't care. If you're thinking about quitting in your shitty job and the only thing holding you back is what if they care, quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
What if
fully.
my coworkers care that I left?
Someone did care.
Tempur-Pedic.
Like one of the crew leads who like kind of liked me. I worked with him like twice, so it was like weird for him to act like this. He was like, "What's wrong? Why are you leaving? You don't like Nike or something?" I was like,
Dude,
what?
what are you?
Why do you?
The gatekeeper for Nike?
Goodbye, dude.
Yeah, fuck. Now
Now
I want to
I-
leave even more.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Fuck it.
Anyone quitting a job, I've always just been like, see you later.
I totally
Have
am like
fun.
devil's advocate for that. I'm
Good
like, just
luck.
quit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like Jake.
Yeah.
When I quit Giant Eagle, I left, drove to your house, and smoked weed.
It's awesome.
And I was like, damn, I made the right decision.
When you're that age, it's always the right decision.
Yeah. That shit was funny as fuck.
You're not putting that, dear anyone under 21, you're not putting any job you're currently working on a resume. And if you do,
Yeah. No one cares that you
scooped ice cream for
Yeah.
5 years at your local
were the
whatever.
shift lead at Cold Stone fucking Creamery.
No, there's none of that matters.
I sold the most bikes at REI.
No
Cool.
one cares.
No one fucking cares.
Do you know anyone who works here? Oh, you're probably not getting hired.
Yeah.
You know,
That's how the real world works.
fuck working that shitty job. Just quit it.
That's funny.
Unless it's like an internship. If it's a real thing, work it. But like, if you're pissed and working at McDonald's, you're not gaining anything from staying there any longer.
My thing is I'm tricking myself into like doing a really shitty job and be like, oh, this is a character study. This is just acting research.
I'm working here as a bit kind
Yeah.
of deal. Yeah.
Something to like get through it.
That's kind of how I felt at Pool Designs. I was like, it's a bit. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm just the pool guy right now.
I made
This is
pools.
just a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. It's easier when you have a partner in crime,
Right.
like
Ben.
a homie working there. Yeah. Jack, Max, all the homies. I mean, I met a lot of them there, but point is there were people my age in my position there.
Yeah.
If there weren't, it would have really sucked.
Yeah.
So, bah,
Well, shit. Episode 5 was a longer one.
yeah. Everyone wanting longer episodes.
Yeah, you guys got it. Long ass sewed on the men Jane.
Talked about weed again.
Talked about weed, talked about cards
Yeah. Again.
again. But that's okay.
All right.
Nick Colletti Show, episode 5, guys. 5 guys.